My beautiful friends, Taurus. Taurus, this is a reading for end of June, beginning of July, June 29 to the 5th of July, okay, for Taurus. Beautiful Taurus. Let's see what we got. General reading, okay? If you need a personal reading, it's totally different process. The address is at the bottom. We can do Italian, English, and Spanish, okay? Just go there and book it. It's very, very simple. All right, so let me describe how I do the reading so you know what's going on here. I use the same system I use for myself. Now, we start with 7 cards. This is going to be the main body of the reading. Then we're going to add 5 more and then 3 more to go deeper and deeper. This card at the in the middle here is going to be your master card, meaning the most important card on the table. However, this card is the door to the reading, the overall theme, meaning the this is what you're doing with your hands physically, and this is what you're doing as a whole, ideologically. These 3 cards instead are going to represent what you've been doing the last 3 months, more or less, okay? All right. And then let me get some more messages, and then we're going to get right away. And then at the end, if you have a question, a yes or no question, we're going to pull a coin from the little bag there, okay? Okay, so that's going to wait there. Taurus. My sister is a Taurus. I love my sister. She's so nice, so beautiful. You want to see my sister? Why not? You want to see my sister? I show you a picture of my sister. Okay. 1 second. Let me find her. Let me find my sister. I mean, she's in Italy, that's true, but we talk twice a week. We talk all the time. Am I going to find her now? Oh, right here. There you go. That's my sister right there. See? Yeah, she's very, very, very beautiful. Very nice. Beautiful heart. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Let's see what we got as the overall energy of the reading. Believe it or not, this card pretty much dictates the entire reading. I mean, if this card is negative, there ain't much we can do. And believe it or not, the rest of the cards tend to go with it, which is normal. And if it's positive, it doesn't matter what's going on here. This erases everything. Okay, well, it's neutral. But it is a good card. I mean, first of all, look at the colors, gold and red. That's a good thing already. What does it represent, this card? This fellow, from the positive perspectives, cards have a positive and a negative connotation. Can I use that word, or is that too big of a word? Let's just say meaning, okay? The positive side is, of this card, getting ready to go on a trip, obviously, wanting to expand, to explore other places, perhaps contemplating moving, going to the beach in the summer, also waiting for someone to come and see you. You know, at that time, there was only boats and ships, right? So, I mean, he's at the port waiting for someone. Nowadays, it's the airport. Those are the positive sides, meaning expansion, travel, waiting for a dear one, thinking of going somewhere else, wanting to expand, okay? That's the positive side. The negative side is, when is my ship coming in? Why are all my friends happy, husbands, wives, they're all couples, they love one another, and where is my happiness? So, I don't think that is what you're doing, because remembering the last couple of readings, you were actually in the process of joining your love, you know, finally, after waiting for so long. So let's see the last couple of months, 2-3 months. So some of you concluded a past relationship, and unfortunately, some of you were dragged in in front of a lawyer. That's fine. It's all good. It's part of life. Brand new. I'm ready to go. First card of the deck, card number 0. I'm ready. I'm clean. I'm done. And this is Taurus, of course. And this is you elevating yourself spiritually. See, what happened was that not only you overgrew wherever you had before love-wise, but also spiritually. I mean, you guys could not talk about anything. All they want to talk is the soccer game, Formula One. I got to watch the car. That's it. That's it. That's all we're going to talk about, Formula One. And I love Formula One. I love soccer. But when you're with a woman, you can't just talk about that. I mean, they don't care about most of the times. I mean, come on. So basically, you wanted to talk about the important things, life and death, universe, what's going on with these UFOs right now in the sky. Why is everybody talking about UFOs? Instead of they just, oh, I don't know, who knows? Who gives a shit? Why do you worry about UFOs? Why do you worry about the universe? What? So you outgrew or what about a relationship? Honey, can we talk about us a little bit? What plans, what we do? What do you want to talk about? Everything is good. You're happy, aren't you? Well, I guess, if you say so. Well, then what do you want to talk about? I'm going to sleep. Like, what kind of relationship is that? Yeah, but do we make any plans? Like, are we going to spend every day, the rest of our life just like this, watching TV, and then, go to sleep? Well, what do you want? I mean, you got a roof over your head. What are you complaining about? I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, why can't we do something? Why can't we go for a little trip? It costs money. Just go for a walk around the block, they say. Oh, my God. Anyways, you outgrew this situation, okay? And, of course, the idea is, or was, you have a roof over your head. Why are you complaining? You're supposed to be happy and thank me. So then, of course, when you say, no, you know what? I got enough of this stupidity. Okay, then I'm going to sue you. You're going to leave me after everything I gave you? What did you give me? What did you give me exactly? Formula One? Is that what you gave me? Anyways, you've been getting ready for your departure. And, I know this is not for everyone. Some of you are saying, Marco, but I am happy. Well, this is not for you, my dear. This is for those who will need to hear this message, okay? If you're happy, I'm happy for you. But as you can see, you are getting ready for departure, new life, new places, new people. You had enough, okay? Now, let's look at the main reading itself. Taurus. You're done. You are done. Okay, so lately you go sleep at night and you have a hard time sleeping because you're thinking what you're going to do. Isn't it fascinating? A lot of people don't think about this, but I do because I am a thinker. Isn't it true that we build everything in our minds first? Isn't it crazy? Have you noticed how when you have to do something, whether it's buying a house, buying a car, fixing something, let's say you want to put a deck behind you. I do this all the time. I like to build my own things. I'm really good at fixing things. I mean, the entire basement in this house, I did it by myself. My deck, I did it by myself. The planters in the front with the stone steps, I did it by myself. But before you do that with your hands, you have to build it in your mind. You have to see it in your mind. You actually build it. Like sometimes I can't sleep when I have to do a project. I can't sleep because when I go to sleep at night, I'm actually building the steps. Okay, I gotta put the iron first. I gotta make the foundation. I gotta dig it. I gotta measure it. I gotta measure like this. Is it better 4 feet or 3.5 feet? Okay. And then how many steps? 3 or 4? Well, I can do 3 large ones or 4 smaller ones. Okay, what will look better? And I do all of that in my mind. Okay, that's going to look like this, it's going to look like that. And what about colors? How am I going to refinish it? Going to leave it just concrete? Going to put stone on the top or faux stone, whatever? Okay, well, that's what I do. But suppose you're getting married. Suppose you ceremony or something important, buying a house. Don't you see yourself in that house, in your mind? Okay, I'm going to paint the walls this color, that window. We went to see this house the other day with the real estate agent. The window in the living room, I think I'm going to put drapes. And then the one in the kitchen, I'm just going to put, blinds, whatever. And you see it in your mind, right? Well, what if? I'm just trying to stimulate your thinking here. What if, that is the actual process of manifesting. What if it's not a coincidence that we build everything in our mind first, and then we have it on the outside, the material side, so-called? So if that is the case, and that is the case, right now I'm just playing with you. I'm just testing you. But that is the case. Seth calls the mind the warehouse, the workshop of our physical life. First, you picture, build, test everything in the workshop. And then once it's ready and you are sure 100% that it is yours, no doubts, then it has to materialize. So this is what I'm telling you. If that is the case, and that is the case, then why don't we use that to our advantage? Why don't we consciously use this workshop thing instead of then doing it without thinking? Because that is the actual process. So if this is what I'm trying to say, finally, I get to the point of it. If you want to learn how to manifest, build it in your workshop first, whatever it is. And then it has to manifest. When it's finished in the workshop, when you figure out all the angles, how am I going to pay for it, what colors I'm going to do it, what color the wedding dress is going to be, how many people we're going to invite. When you have all of that done in your workshop, it has to happen. There is no ways about it, okay? So, you've been working in your workshop, getting ready for what? This is at an engagement or wedding, okay? Now, you are basically a brand new person, Taurus. You're a brand new person, okay? You, by leaving this former old prior situation, not only you're leaving and it's game over, meaning you have to start brand new, but it's bigger than that. It's not just leaving. It's about telling yourself, wow, I never want to be like that again. That happens over time, years sometimes, and you get accustomed, used, and you just don't complain because it becomes your life, okay? But once you're out of it and you look outside, oh my God, what was I doing? Nothing. So what you're going to say is, I never want to be like that again. I'm never going to allow the next relationship, I'm never going to allow to slowly transition into less and less and less until all we worry about is we have a roof over our head. What are you complaining about? What is that? What is that? So you're really changed. So you feel really victorious. You feel a winner. You feel that finally you can get things going. You were just stuck doing nothing at all. So now here we have the queen and the king. Now I know they're looking away from one another, which is important. But even if I went like this, they're still looking away from one another. Okay? So it doesn't matter. You guys are going to be really the next person, whether you have someone waiting for you or whether you don't, it doesn't matter. The next person, Taurus, is going to make you so happy. You're going to have excitement, security, stability, money. Then you're going to have stability, more money, more stability. Okay? So together, you got absolutely nothing to worry about, Taurus. Let me take a look at next layer, 5 cards, Mr. Seth. And there's the King of Coin. There you go. And that's the end of, yeah, you're definitely leaving. All right, let me take a look here. Beautiful. So number one thing you're going to be doing is you're going to take some deep breaths and say, ah, I made it. Now I have personal peace. It is true that I'm alone for a little while, but at least I don't have to hear the nagging and the negativity and talking about Trump and Biden and this and that, the war. Look what's happening on TV. Who cares? Who cares? So you're going to be fabulous money-wise, Taurus. By the way, these are both Taurus. Some of you, I told you before, you're going to have to, there's nothing we can do, okay? When our partners, when we decide to make this type of moving out, some will say, oh, it's okay, honey, let's stay friends. I still love you. If there is no love in between us, I mean, yeah, I love you as a friend, right? If there is no love to be together as a husband and wife, it's okay, I understand. I wish you the best. Let me give you a hug and God bless you. But some, oh no, I'm going to make you pay. What? I gave you a roof over your head and this is the way you're going to treat me? So now I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life? Anyways, that's okay. That it is what it is, okay? Now, at first, you are going to, I don't want to say worry about money, but at first you're going to play safe because it's going to cost you some money, okay? So at first you're going to play safe, but I don't see you panicking about money. I mean, the 2 of coin is robbing Peter to pay Paul, but this is more like I got to save some money because there might be some rainy days ahead. But the truth of the matter is, and this is Taurus again, there ain't going to be no rainy days ahead. You're going to be fine. You're going to do really well. You're going to make good money. And together, with whomever you're going to be, you're going to do fantastic, Taurus. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a couple of pennies aside, but you're not going to need it, okay? So you're ready to go to your soulmate, and it is someone from the past, okay? Someone whom you already know and you probably had something going on with them, okay? So there you go. So this is you making plans to leave, okay? Getting ready. Now, there is a lot of Leos on this table. I don't know why, but that's up to you, okay? This is who's waiting for you, your soulmate, okay? And it is someone from your past. This is someone you already know. This is not someone new. You already know them. You already spent some time with them, okay? I'm only saying. So you're going to be happy, Taurus. This is going to be really good for you guys, okay? Now, be careful because someone is going to try and hurt you, okay? Perhaps whomever you're leaving behind. I don't know. Signs you might be dealing with, we're going to see the top row there. So we have Leo, Taurus, Pisces, Leo again, Cancer. No, sorry. No. This is Scorpio. Hold on. Leo, Taurus, Pisces, Leo, Scorpio, Cancer. This is both Cancer and Pisces, okay? And this is Leo right there. Leo and Aries. Some cards have 2 values, and some cards only have 1, okay? Like this is Leo, this is Leo, this is Leo. Done. That's Taurus. Done. This is Scorpio. Done. But this is Pisces and Cancer. This is Leo and Aries, okay? All right, let's see what messages we have. Healing family issues. Yeah, unfortunately, I told you last week, same thing. Sometimes we don't leave just a partner behind. Sometimes it hurts, okay? Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religion, upbringing, and a spiritual path. Okay, there you go. Sometimes, perhaps we keep something there is nothing left, but we keep it together for religious purposes, reasons. You know, some people say, "Oh, I only marry once. It doesn't matter, for better or for worse." Yeah, right. Easy to say. So some of you might be in one of those situations, okay, where your family is totally against you, Taurus, and especially scandalized. You know, our religion doesn't do that. Yeah, right. Okay. I regret lying to you, somebody tells you. Wow, 2 cards of regret? Wow, what's going on here? 2 cards of regret? Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you? How is that possible out of 300 cards? So I don't know what this means, but you maybe tell me in your messages. Someone is like really regretting what they said or what they did. Oh my God. Whoo! God forbid. Okay. Yes or no coin, my dear Taurus? Think about it. Think about your question. Your answer is, what do we got? No. There you go. Okay, my beautiful Taurus. Thank you so much. Again, let's call it entertainment purposes only, but I know that there's a lot of messages for a lot of views. But if you want a personal reading, it's totally different story, okay? And so that you know, I barely use the cards when we do personal readings because I can read you. I don't need the cards, okay? But I do have the cards on the table, but at the end, it's just for fun. Okay, well, pull me a couple of cards, Marco, but everything you need to know, I can read it from you. I don't need the cards. You need the cards because it's pictorial. In other words, it shows you like, a comics book. But I don't need the cards, okay? I read your aura, your soul, you the soul. I was going to ask a small favor, if you don't mind. Would you mind subscribing to the channel? The right at the bottom right there, it's totally free. But if you knew how much it helped the channel, as you can see, I'm putting more and more effort. I want to give you more. I want to give you even the law of attraction seminars that I'm now selling. I want to give them for free in different episodes. But the numbers have to go up to justify not to charge for the seminars, right? But the thing is, it costs you absolutely nothing, just a mouse click. The only thing it costs you, I gotta be honest with you, the only cost to you is when I upload a video, your phone is gonna go ding, which in a way you might actually want that, right? That's the only negative side, if you want to call it negative. But if you knew how much it helps the channel, because if Google says, hey, people like the channel, let's promote it, let's push it. The more they push me, the more the numbers go up. And it's just a pebble that starts slow and it becomes an avalanche. And then before we know it, we have 1 million subscribers. The numbers are going to be beautiful, and I can spend 4 or 5 hours a day on the channel instead of an hour a day. You know what I mean? Because I have to go out the office and not only help people, but also pay the bills, right? So if the channel makes more money, and I will put more effort when the channel makes, because it will. And so the sooner the better, so I can dedicate more time to the channel. I don't mean to bore you with that, but just so you know how it works. I want to give more, of course, and I have lots to give, but the numbers have to justify me spending more hours on the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Big hug.